Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.
Amazon Health AI presents Painful Thoughts.
I can't stop scratching my downtown. Yeah, but I'm not itching to go downtown and tell a receptionist I'm here to talk about my downtown. Some things you'd rather type than say out loud.
There's no question too embarrassing for Amazon Health AI. Chat your symptoms and get virtual care 24/7. Healthcare just got less painful.
All right, welcome back to the Survival and Basic Badass Podcast, Kevin and Chuck. Today, we're going to talk prepping in the apartment. So I guess what I was thinking is, I was at my house this evening, and helicopters were circling around. In my mind, I was like, oh, wait, is this some kind of Ruby Ridge situation? Ooh. I got a little panicky, so I grabbed my backpack, threw the laptop in there. I grabbed all my Irish beers left over from St. Patty's Day.
Right.
Filled them in there. Got in the truck. Kissed the wife goodbye. Said, I'm freaking out of here. You're on your own.
You left her there with
I left her there.
With all the stash?
With the stash. Somebody's got to guard it. And here I am. So I think that's like the first thing that comes to mind when prepping in an apartment is, do I stay when things are getting bad? Or do I get the hell out of Dodge? Because I'm thinking Cousin Eddie, he's like, I'm hunkering down.
Yeah.
Didn't end well for him in that Ruby Ridge movie.
I mean, they lasted a good few months anyway. They did shoot his wife in the back of the head.
And his son, I think, got shot as well.
Yeah. So
he
maybe
was the
it didn't
first
work out.
one. So, yeah, it's...
Randy Weaver, that was his name.
Randy Weaver.
Yeah.
All right.
Played by Randy Quaid in the movie. Fantastic movie.
Fantastic. It's a little strange.
Mm-hmm.
You have mixed feelings after that one. But anyway, so that's the kind of thing. I mean, apartment living, I think we're looking at it. I mean, obviously this would apply to anybody in an apartment. You could kind of, take a lot of good insight here. But I think the main approach is like in Manhattan or something. You're in the 50-story high rise and you're there and shit goes bad. Basically, people are getting off the island. Maybe they hear the Indian Point's gone crazy and there's nuclear meltdown, or maybe all the power's gone out. Maybe the electric went out for 4 days and you're stuck in your apartment. What are you going to do? And I guess you're saying, how do you know when it's time to get the hell out of the apartment?
Yeah. Yeah, how do you know when it's time to go? I mean, if you're in Manhattan and something bad happens, you're probably already stuck. All the bridges are already packed.
The bridges are packed, definitely by car. You're going to have issues.
You're stuck. Now, if you're on the outskirts of like St. Louis in a small apartment building, different story. Maybe you want to hunker down even more then, but at least you have the option of taking off.
If I find myself in an apartment in St. Louis, I want to hunker down right now.
Yeah.
Right now, if you're listening to this podcast,
if you're in St. Louis, I was there a couple weeks ago, and things haven't gotten a lot better since I was there
last. It may be too late for you.
Yeah. Yep. And a lot of that comes down to, do you have someplace to go? Do you have a bug out location? If you're living in an apartment, the odds are you don't have a lake house. But, you might have an uncle or a cousin or a brother that's got someplace for you to crash at. So, I mean, it really comes down to, do you have somewhere to bug out to?
Do you at least have a storage locker?
If you're 25 and this is your first time living out on your own, maybe hunkering down is the best bet.
Or go run back to mommy's.
Yeah, mommy's house.
Mommy's house.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that sounds right. I do know, like, if you're in Manhattan, I would say the first day of a disaster, maybe 36 hours, you might be able to get out. I wouldn't risk the tunnel.
Yeah.
I would think George Washington Bridge, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably make it out. But after a week, you decide to hunker down. It's probably going to be barricades there. There's probably going to be people who are, looking to exact a toll from you, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
You may want to think about
and
swimming
honestly,
the mighty Hudson River.
Yeah, the New York State Thruway system, you're probably going to, paying those tolls is probably more than what anybody else is going to try and charge you.
Yeah.
I think it's $24 to go over the George Washington now.
You maybe you need to think about a sailboat. Maybe you have a boat, and you're a pretty slick guy if you can afford to keep a boat docked on the island.
Yeah,
that that's going to cost you some bank.
Mm-hmm. But I think most people that are living in apartments aren't living in major cities.
No, they're all in Brooklyn.
Well,
no.
All right. Well, let's go through a supply list of stuff that you might want to have on hand if you're an apartment.
So we're going to get down to the meat.
The meat.
All right.
This is you stocking up, planning on riding it out in your apartment. All right. So we'll start with basic supply list. I want to start with power, basically. Energy stuff. Batteries. Now, AA alkaline batteries, AAA alkaline batteries, you can store them in a box for 5 to 10 years before they start losing any energy. Lithium batteries, the AA and AAAs, they'll last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah,
so
those like the
stock up on the
loop.
batteries. Don't worry about having too many.
No,
not going to happen. Kerosene, matches, lighters, propane, crank charge radio and flashlight, and solar powered charger for anything that you can get.
And everything you can.
Get. I just got one
solar's
recently
huge,
for with a HDMI cord. So it's like, anything with an HDMI cord I can plug in there and charge it up.
Right.
Cheap.
That's it. No, definitely having some solar chargers, maybe a crank, flashlight, that kind of thing. Solar and batteries are huge. Definitely now, big thing, city, you're going to want water.
Right.
You're going to need somewhere to store water. So you're thinking water bob.
Mm-hmm.
Water bob, you throw it in the bathtub. You buy that on Amazon, $29, something like that. Comes with a pump.
Mm-hmm.
Pump out the water. Basically, it's like a big plastic liner so you can fill up your bathtub that might be gross.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might be saying, well, Chuck, I'm in an apartment and most apartments don't even have a bathtub. Well, I don't know. Figure it out.
Yeah. You can get those 5-gallon water jugs that that they use for the water coolers. Not a big deal. Have those sitting around. I've got a couple of 5-gallon jugs here that I use. I try and rotate it out. But hypothetically, you don't have to.
If you had a bunch of
those
5-gallon buckets and they all stack into each other, you could probably stack them pretty high and have quite a few. And I got to say, if you have other apartments above you, if you're collecting the water early on,
yeah, you shouldn't have any problem.
You get a lot of water because you're taking it from all their plumbing.
Right.
And it's going to gravity down,
Yeah, and there's going to be plenty left, as long as you're not the top floor.
Yeah.
You should be all right.
Yeah, that's when the penthouse isn't looking so good.
All right, now, power goes out, lights are out.
All right.
Candles. You can stock up on candles pretty inexpensively if you go on, online and get them, get a box of them. Those magical Catholic candles that you see at the dollar store, perfect. Those are great. Kerosene lamp. Doesn't take up a lot of space. I told you to save some kerosene earlier. Now you've got it for your lamp. Flashlights. Chem lights you can even use. Those are great for one-time use, overnight. Just hang up by the bathroom so you can find where you're supposed to be pissing in the middle of the night.
Right.
All right, let's talk about heat. Power's out. It's November. You're in wherever, Massachusetts, Minnesota. You're fucked. You're going to freeze to death. So, one, you should have a couple of sleeping bags.
Yeah.
You can get like
maybe a significant other.
Yeah, yep, to keep you warm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Skin contact is important. You can dress for the weather even though you're in your apartment. Wear your sweatshirt, wear your long johns. Layer up. Propane heaters. From when I told you had propane earlier.
You did.
There's a lot of I've got tons and tons of 5-gallon propane tanks, and I can run my grill for a long time, but I don't have any heaters right now that run off of those 5-gallon tanks. So I've got some smaller containers for my heaters. But one thing I do need to upgrade is getting some heaters that I can put on the end of the propane tanks. All right, so let's talk about your apartment medicine cabinet.
Smart.
So what basics that you want to have in there, pretty simple stuff that you always want to be stocked up with: aspirin, Tylenol, ibuprofen, antihistamine. You want both the tablets and the cream. Latex gloves. Antibiotics. Either the antibiotic.
We've talked about the fish antibiotics.
Right.
Maybe you save them from that time you were faking sick.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Yep.
Or that time your wife started to take the antibiotics and then was
said,
like, "Yeah, I'm not going to
better."
finish it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antibiotic cream. Any cut can become a disaster if you don't have a good way to disinfect it. Ace bandages, rolled gauze, tape, gauze, more gauze.
Would you put some gauze in your first aid kit?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Gauze. Yes.
That's a good idea.
More gauze. However many you have, you want more than that. Antiseptics like...
How about a way to collect rainwater with those buckets? All right, sorry, I'm getting off.
Getting ahead.
To the first aid.
The next, yeah,
right.
we're moving into the buckets in a minute. Thermometer, athlete's foot powder lasts longer than cream.
I tell my wife every day, I'm not going through the apocalypse with athlete's foot. It's not going to happen.
No, foot rot is not a way to end your life. Multivitamins and aloe for burns.
Excellent.
Now, multivitamins are really to supplement your diet. If you got to make things stretch a little bit, this will at least keep you from getting scurvy, All right, so let's talk about storage. Let's talk about your 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 5-gallon buckets. Now, first, let me tell you about long-term food storage.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, 6 months?
Yeah,
per person?
I would think that, yeah.
6 months per person in an apartment.
Well, I don't know. In an apartment, you might not be able to get 6 months. You have to be very...
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of space under the bed. You probably didn't even think about storing shit there. Stack that closet up. Just go in there.
That's where I keep all my porn magazines, though. What am I going to do with that?
I have an idea for that later.
Okay.
Take your wife's shoes. What else you got in the closet? Shoes, winter coats. Guns we're leaving.
Oh, okay.
They're staying in the closet.
All right.
Yeah. No, but we could fit the food storage in there. Oh, the purses. Throw that shit out.
Throw that shit in the garbage?
Nobody will even notice. Don't even worry about it.
All right.
See, I'm thinking. I'm looking out for you.
That seems like
you
probably
might have
some
a
problems.
closet full of shoes and purses.
I do. There's an entire closet. Yep. All right, so we got to clear that out.
That's where your long-term food storage is going to be.
Okay. 5-gallon buckets. Get 5 or 10. Stack them up. Get lids with them. You might have to poop in those.
Ooh.
So you want to be able to cover it up.
Cool thing, you're up on the 50th floor. You just throw that shit out the window. You poop in the bucket, you dump it out.
Dump it
and
out.
The cool thing is if you piss and poop in the same bucket, it comes right out.
Washes
pretty
itself.
smooth. Yeah, it takes care of itself right there.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, that may be a thing.
Now,
but you're going to be out there collecting rainwater, and you're hoping the guy above you.
You got to use a different bucket. You have to have at least 2 buckets.
All right.
All right. One of those buckets should be full of candles. Rubbermaid bins. I always talk about these. I do this. I love this shit. I have all my gear set up.
Is it the right height to just slide under your bed?
No, they're too big for that.
Poo paper?
But you can, poo paper you can put in your bins.
All right.
You can put stack food in your bins. I got a bin outside just full of food. Medical supplies you can put in your bins. Heating, tools. Now you can stack all these bins in a corner of the room, and you can have all your storage right there, minus maybe not quite enough food and water. So I mean that's pretty simple storage method right there. Just get stackable bins.
Yeah.
Stack them up in a corner, and have each one designated for one thing. Now let's talk about canned food. Let's talk about food.
I like food. I eat food all the time.
All the time. Maybe too often I eat.
Sometimes 3 times a day.
Holy shit. You're going to get fat like that, man.
Mess around.
Careful. Canned food is good, but think about proteins. Think about canned tuna fish. Think about canned chicken. Think about, all that sort of stuff, but keep your canned vegetables, You're going to have to get your vitamins and minerals.
Well, over at My Patriot Supply, they had a big sale on Chili Mac.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Freeze-dried foods take up a lot less space than canned food does. So if you're trying to save on space, that's the way to go. You're looking at a little bit of a cost increase.
Definitely.
So
that's
keep
it.
that
You
in
can
mind.
buy a lot of bags of rice and whatever that'll last, but and you go to I know here we have Price Chopper. I don't know where you guys live, what the grocery stores are, but I always bitch about the prices, and my old lady likes to go there and whatever, and I'm like, you pay twice as much for stupid shit and whatever.
Right.
But she shows me they're having these can specials or some shit. I don't know what the fuck they do. So you go in, it's 10 cans of pasta sauce for $10, 10 boxes of Captain Crunch for $10. I mean, you can really put away some serious stuff if you buy it at the right time.
Right.
And they do, 4 for $1 freaking canned vegetables, whatever.
Right, and you can just stack up the back of your cabinets.
No, obviously you got to kind of rotate through it a little bit, and this stuff is a lot of it's 2-year lifetime, something like that.
Yeah,
you're not really long term. You got to kind of start over all the time. Give it to your poor friends, or wait till the Boy Scouts come around and leave those little plastic bags.
They leave the
at your
fucking
house.
bags, and I fill them up, and then they don't come back for
They
them.
never come back.
Motherfucker. All those poor people starving to death.
I cornered the kid this year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, man, don't freaking put the bag here because I'm going to put it out. And if you don't come back, I'm going to find you. And so I'm waiting. And man, he was the sneakiest little fucker. He just, I went into the bathroom or something.
You were just watching out the window.
And I'm like, fuck, he got it.
All right, well, good.
So,
He was probably scared you were going to beat the shit out of him. He was probably hiding in the bushes
that's
waiting.
That's what I'm thinking, like a little stealth operation.
Peanut butter and jelly. Long term, that lasts for a long time. Full of sugar, full of...
Also a 10 for 10 item at Price Chopper, I have to point out. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter, okay. Fantastic.
Now, it's these little Peter Pan, and they kind of are honey flavored or something.
Yeah, some weird shit. Yeah.
I was a little uneasy, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll just give it to poor people when I don't want it. You know?
I usually go with the strawberry jelly.
Oh.
But grape is okay, too. You can do grape.
I like if it says preserves or something like that. I think the word jelly, I don't like it, but I like jam or preserves.
Okay.
But the wife always yells at me, oh, there's seeds in there or something.
Yeah, it gets caught in your intestines, and then you become fat, even though you're not fat, because your intestines are just packed full of seeds. Yes, that's it. If you're an old person, they say don't eat
do that.
jelly with seeds in it, because it just gets caught in the little pockets
clearing up
in your
a lot
intestines.
of things for me here.
Rice is great. We talked about that already.
Yes.
You can get 20 pounds of rice for $18. Stick it in the 5-gallon bucket. You're good.
Now, people like those Mylar bags.
Yeah.
Stuff it in there.
Yeah.
And then, it buys you a little extra moisture protection.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you got to. I don't know.
Do you?
If you're going to rotate it every 2 years, it's not really going to matter. If it's in the 5-gallon bucket, you'll probably be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah. And
if it gets like the little weevils or whatever, it's just extra protein and shit in there.
That's right,
you don't
man.
even
It's still
worry
good.
about it.
They look like rice. You know what I mean? They're just a little off color.
There you go.
You won't even notice. Feed those weevils to the kids.
There you go.
They won't even know.
Those are flavor bits.
Oh, shit. All right. Let's talk about tools.
All right.
Your apartment toolbox. Duct tape. That
like
should be your
duct tape.
chief.
Let's
your
upgrade
staple.
to the modern prepper and say Gorilla Tape.
Right.
It's like duct tape, but better. All right.
I got you.
Maybe channel locks. We throwing channel locks in there?
Mm-hmm. Channel locks, definitely. I'd say an adjustable crescent wrench. Good one. Now, I got hammer and nails here, but I'm also going to say screw gun. Mine's usually charged up when I go to grab it out of there. I usually keep it charged, and it'll last long enough for you to screw your door shut if somebody's trying to find you.
Yeah.
I'd also keep a couple of 2x4s, maybe 4 inches bigger than the width of your door, your front door, back door. Screw it across there. Nobody's going to be kicking in that door unless unless they got a battery.
A lot of New York City types end up going with, they have where you can put a little notch in your floor, and then they have the bar that you can lay against
right.
it. That's, cool way to go. But if not, if you're cheap like Kevin, you can just do the straight bracket on either side and throw a 2x4 right across it.
Right. Handsaw, good thing to have in there. Power's out, you got to cut the board, draw a straight line and do your best.
Yeah.
So that's all I got for tools. You got anything else you want to throw in with the tools? In
Maybe
the
a
apartment
nice
toolbox? Crowbar, yep.
You may as well throw a fireman axe in there.
Yeah.
In case you have to get in one of the neighbors' apartments.
Bolt cutters. Yep.
Bolt cutters, all right.
Yeah, you can get it on all the storage lockers down in the basement.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about apartment security. We were talking about barricading the door, but also you got to have a fire plan. Let's say nothing's going wrong. You're just in your 3rd floor apartment, and there's a fucking fire downstairs, and you were sleeping, and now both the stairwell and the elevator are out of use.
All right.
How you getting out?
First thing I'd want to do is, I got to tell you, so I actually checked into this. They have the ladders for escaping out your balcony or, one of your windows, whatever, that kind of thing. I checked it out on Amazon. That crappy company Kid that make like the smoke alarms and whatever. So for the upgraded like 3-story one was like $65, and it was like $29 or $39 for a 13-foot ladder that you can hook in the window and be able to get out and at least drop down to the floor below, that kind of thing. Shit, you can buy 500 feet of freaking 550 paracord. I was actually thinking about this, and then Tac Pack showed up in my mailbox over the week.
Okay.
And they had like a 50-foot pack of 550 paracord in there. And, that's going to give you the extra, length to go down and make the distance,
Yeah. And you also have to think about where your apartment is and how you would get out. How many exits are there? Is there, a back door that you can run out? Are you on the 3rd floor? Are you on the 10th floor? How many staircases are? How far are the staircases from your front door? Is there a fire escape? All these things you're going to have to think about being in an apartment, being able to get out of your apartment and not being able to use your front door.
And they recommend a no-go on the elevator. But, hey, if it works, hey.
I'm not going to tell you, if you're on the 60th floor and there's a fire somewhere, I'm not going to tell you to run down all those 60 stories. No. The firemen will.
Yeah,
I'd take the the elevator.
Kevin, you could have just killed somebody right there.
Somebody just died. I know
somebody
how
just
how it
died
goes.
in this episode.
All right. Let's talk about home invasion.
Well, all right. Well, the beginning of home invasion, I would say, what kind of weapons would you maybe have in your apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in America and pretty much the rest of the world, most cities, guns are pretty much a no-go.
Right.
A lot of places, guns are not an option.
Mm-hmm.
So we have tasers, we have pepper spray, blunt weapons.
Yeah.
Maybe that crowbar comes back into play.
I know that most of the world plays some sort of weird game like cricket or something.
Oh, cricket.
We play baseball here.
Sure.
Baseball bats. Now, little secret of the pros, if you're not a pro, put a sock on the end of that baseball bat. Then when you fuck up and they catch it, you can slide it back out and you've got one more shot. Don't fuck it up the second time.
Times two, huh? All right. Not bad. Yeah, rugby, whatever. They all have sticks, right?
Not rugby. No,
they don't have sticks.
No.
What do they
It's
do?
a completely different game.
What am I
I'm not going to
thinking of?
explain rugby to you right now,
What do
but
they
there's
do?
no stick involved.
No?
No.
I don't know what's happening.
Cricket bats.
Cricket. All right. Good enough. I don't know. It's baseball and football. That's all we got in America. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Don't even tell me about soccer. Just shut up. That's
Yeah.
not even a thing.
Our northern brothers up there in Canada, hockey stick works
They got a
works
stick?
fine. Yeah,
All right.
do your thing.
Now, I'm told in New York, at first I was told no pepper spray at all. Then it turns out you can have pepper spray if you're not a convicted felon and like you register it with the government or some bullshit.
That sounds completely insane.
But Kevin will tell you that you can actually make your own homemade pepper spray.
Yeah, I think there's a video of me spraying myself in
Somewhere
the face
on
with
the
my homemade
interwebs?
pepper
Yep.
spray.
All right.
It didn't feel good,
it
but it
didn't
wasn't
feel
as good as regular pepper spray. I'm going to give it
All
that
right.
caveat.
So you might want to look into that. You might want to make your own if you're limited. And
Yeah.
maybe after the apocalypse, you make your own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, you do what you got to do.
You can make it with rubbing alcohol and jalapeno peppers.
That's a good thing.
And baby oil. You want to add a little bit, make it sticky.
Make it sticky.
Yeah.
Hard to get out of the eyes.
Yeah. I was going through the city the other day, and I stopped in at a gas station. This is like Tuesday at 1:30.
And they offered you pepper spray?
There's no pepper spray there.
Oh, okay.
But one thing you have to worry about when you're in the city is the homeless, like, vagrants.
They smell like pee.
Yeah. I went into this gas station. I saw the guy out of the corner of my eye immediately. Tattoos on his neck. Like I said, it was 1:30 in the
Was
afternoon.
he just in a band?
He was wearing pajama pants
Yeah.
and slip-on, like, house slippers
Yep.
and a T-shirt.
Yep.
And I was watching him out of the corner of my eye, and I see that he stopped. And he starts foaming blood out of his mouth and shaking. And I was like, oh, fuck, man.
You didn't
This
want to
is-
go give him CPR? Just throw
this is
your
the thing.
lips right on him?
All over the front of his shirt, spitting out all over the place, falls on the ground, starts flopping around. He's banging his head on the ground. And I was like, well, shit. I can't just let him beat the fuck out of himself.
Or can you?
I could have. I didn't. So I went and, just kept him, from smacking his head on the floor and punching himself. And just kept going on. He kept spitting blood out of his mouth. And I was like,
Nice.
fucking Christ. Like, because I'm thinking of all the tattoos he's got.
Right.
He's already, like, on the list of, like, people whose blood you don't want on you.
Right.
God knows what else he was doing. So,
Should I be sitting next to you? I feel like...
so he was flopping around for, like, 5 minutes. I had the lady that runs the gas station called 911.
All right.
And I had the other person working there go get some towels to stick under his head, so I didn't have to, like, have my hand in the puddle of blood that was underneath his head.
Sure.
And so the paramedics get there. I get up, I go around, and I'm washing my hands, and I look over at him, and he's laying on the ground, and he's got his shirt lifted up just a little bit, just enough that I can see the tattoo that says, fuck you, on his stomach.
Yeah.
He's like, well, that's a fine howdy do. That's a great message to send me.
He didn't
Little
care.
dick.
He didn't
And I
care.
found out his name is Matt Matt, if you're listening, you're a dick.
Dick. I believe it. Over and over again. So home invasion.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, basically, how do we keep the bad guy from kicking in our door and being the home invader?
Right. That's concern number one.
All right. So one thing I did look into prior to this podcast here, there's a website called Doors 4, and that would be the number 4 security.us.
All right.
Now, these people will make a door. Now, you're like, oh, Chuck, I looked on the interwebs, and they're all like $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I did look at those.
So they have in stock shipped. You just tell them your dimensions, which side the hinges are on, and then you're running about $325. And you know what? That's what a door costs, and that's like the steel security door, and that would be bulletproof for handguns.
What?
Yep, I don't fuck around.
How much was this?
$329 shipped.
Oh, I think I might have to upgrade.
So for your apartment,
I like that
might be the option. And you guys can't see it, but it has like the regular door latch, and then 4 deadbolts that all turn off one switch.
Ooh.
So you turn the latch and 4 deadbolt slides.
Nice.
Kick over.
Because I know I'd be super lazy. I'd only lock one of them.
Yeah, you're only going to lock one of them. But this does it all in one motion. So
Nice.
I'm just saying, that's an option, something you might want to check out. They got a spec sheet. Now, another thing, like I was thinking about this. I'm like, what kind of ballistic level are we really looking for? We just talked about body armor in a previous episode. And I was like, really, in an apartment, they're probably only going to be throwing handgun at you. Yeah. Handgun or shotgun. Probably not slugs.
Right.
And honestly,
what's the point of having a shotgun if you're just using slugs anyway?
Yeah, really. So
go with buckshot.
So you're probably going to be all right with like level 3 or less. So I also found a place called innerbankequipment.com, and they have bullet-resistant panels that you can find. And the way these work, they were pretty reasonable too. You actually choose the size panel you had, that you're looking for. So they had like 3x8, 3x10, 4x8, 4x10, and some other in between. So you can pick out based on your setup. But it was like $600. And I had to say, if you're kind of stuck in the city and you're seriously worried about it,
yeah, it's better than pushing your kitchen table up against the door.
Now, that's your next option. If you could slide the bookshelf in front of the wall you think they're going to be trying to shoot through, that might buy you a lot. Books and magazines will take a lot.
Yeah.
Sliding your couch in front of it might make it hard for them to open the door, but it's not really stopping any bullets.
That's right.
But I also figure if you're not advertising you're in there and worth getting, they're not going to waste a lot trying to break down your door. A lot of ammo. Because if they're going through, a 50-story apartment building and you got 8 units on each floor, they're not going to freaking, unload their gun on every single door.
Right. Unless they're outside and it's a complete blackout and they see one apartment with the lights on.
Then you might have a problem. And they count, he's on the 5th floor and he's the 3rd from the end. Then you might be in trouble. So try not to be a jackass.
Right.
I'm just putting that out there.
Keep your shades.
Keep your shades drawn tight. That's what Kevin's rule is.
Yep. All right. Now let's say, hypothetically,
all right,
they get through your door.
All right.
You're not allowed to have a gun in this city. You got your baseball bat with your sock, but you mess up twice.
Woo!
He gets it from you.
And now he goes, you better run, little man.
That's right. And that's what you do. Safe room.
Safe room.
Now, a lot of you guys can use your bedroom. Plan for it. Whatever's easiest to get to from your front door. Apartments are generally pretty small, so you...
Now, what I was thinking about this a lot, and the cool thing about an apartment building is they don't really know what the deal is. So it's real easy to make like a false wall.
Right.
Because there's no like perspective, like the outside of the house.
Right.
And things they can see. They don't know that the next apartment doesn't come in a little bit. That kind of thing. So you can really make some nice safe hiding places.
Right, right. You can store your guns there. You can hide yourself there. You can hide Jews if you have to.
Jews, sure. They're an underground railroad.
Right.
Whatever you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe you run into the bedroom and you open the patio door and you got to have the long curtains that are going to be flowing with the wind.
Right, right.
So, and then you go in the closet with the false wall. He comes in. Oh, they went out the window.
Damn it.
Because you got to have the curtains, though, for effect, is what I think.
Right, right. Sometimes you put your shoes underneath the curtain so they think you're right there.
Oh, that's some tricky shit right there. Oh, that's disturbing. That's what I got.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Right. You also... The only other thing I would say is if you can coordinate it all, and again, I wouldn't want you to have to share your supplies or whatever, and I'm sure you're not going to find a lot of other prepper-minded people who all happen to share your floor or whatever, but if you can secure an entire floor,
right,
you're going to have way better success of just trying to block the entryways on and off your floor.
Right.
Maybe everybody in your building's kind of jetting out, and you can kind of, command your floor and just lock it up. That might be the way to go. And like I said, I don't really think if there's a bunch of different floors, unless you look like a target they want, they're only going to devote so much resources to you.
Right.
Plus, honestly, if you're up on the 50th floor, I don't even know that they're coming up.
They're not even going to
They're
bother.
going to be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Now you just got to ride it out with the supplies you have. So when we were talking about 6 months, maybe think about 6 months. It's up to you. Do what you can do.
But realize it can get hot and it can get cold in that apartment.
Right.
So you need to find a way to do it. You're not having extra wood to throw on the fire. I'm sure there's a lot of furniture and stuff on your floor.
Not so easy to burn on an apartment,
but it's going to go
though.
pretty quick,
Yeah. All right. If you want to get a hold of us, got any ideas? preppingbadass@gmail.com.
Now, sometimes we're a little slow with the response with the email.
That's right. We got about
Kevin.
3 in there.
That's
yeah,
why
it's
what?
my fault. No,
It's
we
Kevin.
got about 3 emails that I still
3?
haven't responded
Kevin's
to.
got to step it up. But yeah, no emails. If you want to stay in touch with us all week, you might want to check us out on the Facebook group, Prepping Badass Group. It's just Facebook Prepping Badass Group, I guess.
Right.
You can find it in the show notes, that kind of thing. We also have a Facebook page. I don't know. Who knows what the difference is? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But yeah, shoot us an email. Maybe you want to head over to iTunes and leave us a review.
That'd be great.
I'm not sure what else. I don't know. If you go over to the iTunes, you'll see what I just did there. It's kind of a little play on there.
If you want to support us on Patreon, that's greatly appreciated. If you live in Australia,
all the way to the map,
there's still a couple
all the way
of
to the bank. I
couple
lay
of-
off the beers.
a couple of patches left. If you live in Australia, questionable about the United States.
Now, I'm told that Hamish will hand deliver.
If you live on Tasmania, if you live
in Tasmania.
yeah, right. You have to be on the island.
That's like somebody saying, "Oh, if you live in New York, Kevin will bring it over personally."
Yeah, about the same size.
Same size. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what the size is. Whatever.
All right.
That's
I
it?
think they can ship them on the Tasmanian Devils, right?
Yeah.
They just strap them on there.
They
and-
strap them on, or
Yeah.
you know what? Just check your local kangaroos. There may be one. We hide them in the pouch,
That's right.
so you got to grab them, hold them down.
But you have to
reach in the pouch.
outpunch the kangaroo.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's it.
With that, stay safe, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
The Survival and Basic Badass Podcast is a proud member of the Self-Defense Radio Network.
Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.